Dun 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 dun. Hello and welcome back to another episode of True Crime Metrix. Tonight we're going to be having a look at the Stephen McDaniel case or interrogation. There wasn't really much of a case. He pled out after a load of child porn was found on his personal computer. Yeah, nice. Just adding to the personality there, Stephen. Well done. Child porn. Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess when you're up against a life sentence, going to jail with a child porn, what do you call it? Conviction. Not great. Especially when you have arms like toothpicks or chopsticks. And you, you've got no gun in prison. He had, how many guns did he have? And a samurai sword. Yeah. Do you think he used to, jump around his apartment, up onto the kitchen counter, looking at himself in the mirror, holding his samurai sword? Another gamer tonight, guys. Big time gamer over here. Getting ready for the zombie apocalypse. Yep. We've got kitchen cupboards stocked full of SpaghettiOs and toilet paper. That'll be nice when you have people over. Oh, wait a minute. There isn't anyone coming. Can you imagine the smell of his apartment? Have we got a picture of the guy? Can we just put up a picture of the guy before we kick off tonight's show? There's something just not wrong with this guy. Chandler Halderson, gamer, killed his parents. Grant Armado, gamer, killed his parents and brother. Stephen McDaniel, gamer, killed his next door neighbor. I mean, what's next? We got Rocky Rambo Waynham Cam, gamer, killed two, nice old retired people in the neighborhood, just randomly. Didn't know them. Stole their car, left all the weapons and his hat covered in blood on the front lawn. I mean, I think that guy actually thought he was in a game. You know, that bit where, has everyone seen the Rocky Rambo Waynham Cam video of him going into the Canada Tire, which is how do you describe Canada Tire? It's like a gas station shop. So those little gas station shops where you can buy a tire iron and brake fluid. It's like that, but a bit bigger. Not like a Home Depot, but somewhere between a Home Depot and a gas station shop. Yeah, he's going in there purchasing items like you would in a game. I've seen that in Grand Theft Auto. That's the only game I've played, really. Where you have to go into a shop and you purchase items, right? So he buys a baseball cap, a pair of gloves, very important, a axe, that was the murder weapon, and then he just leaves it all on the front lawn, and the police easily pick up the obvious murder weapon that's covered in blood, an axe covered in blood at the scene of an axe murder. Seems like a pretty good place to start evidence-wise, right? Yeah, they look up where you purchase that kind of axe, and it says you can get one at the local Canada Tire. Is it Canada Tire or Canadian Tire? One of the two. So they go to Canada Tire and they say, listen, do you sell this axe? And they say, yes, but we've only sold one in the last 6 months. And they look at the serial number and they say, okay, show us the guy that was purchasing this axe if you can on the CCTV. They easily pull it up right then and there, and it's him. I mean, that is special, right? Where are we? Where are the people? Where are the people? Where is the StreamYard? There we go. We've got to get set up. Hey, Cora Jean. Ringo. Okay, I'm not sure how to take that, Cora Jean. Like in a good way. And I don't know what's wrong with your ears. I sound nothing like Ringo. um, I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. Hunkering down for some serious creepiness. It's a compliment. Well, thank you, Cora Jean. Um, okay, so we're going to start off tonight by looking at Stephen's news interview. Chandler Halderson did a interview off camera for the news. You know, what was he saying? What was he saying? He was saying, "Yeah, they left with a couple who I never got the names of." Well, case goals. They must be the killers. Case cold. Case closed. Let's try and remember how to speak, Metrix. Have some decency. Anyway, let's share some videos, guys. It's time for Trollhead Stephen. So, this is after Lauren has been reported missing, and there's cops everywhere. The whole building, which is like a it's external to the law school. They were both students at the law school in Macon, Georgia. They were neighbors, and Stephen had developed an infatuation with this neighbor. He had a skeleton key that he commandeered from the maintenance room or something. You know that if that's your goal to get the skeleton key, you can do it. It can happen. So he had that key, and he would go into her apartment when she wasn't there, have a look around, probably touch all her stuff, you know, and she'd come back and she'd feel like something was different, yeah. And another thing he'd do, he had a little video camera, you know, a little handheld camcorder, and he put it on a really big stick. I think, oh, I don't know if they were, I think they were both upstairs, but he'd go outside of the building, downstairs, round the back of the building, and put this camera on a really long stick and hold it up to her window and film her through the blinds, you know? I mean, what is up, man? Why don't you try and do something like, you know, normal? I mean, I hate to say something like that, but you shouldn't be doing this. If you want to be a weirdo, that's okay. You know, I mean, you don't have to be like everyone else, but you don't have to do this. And you shouldn't be doing this. It's an invasion of her privacy. I mean, it's abuse. So, you know, you did a bad thing. You did a very bad thing, Stephen. Anyway, this is his news report, guys, from when he yeah, when all this is going on. The news are there, the cops are there, and Stephen gets his ass on the news.
Lauren was my neighbor. We're just trying to find out where she is at this point. I mean, no one has seen her since Saturday. I mean, the last time anyone heard from her was an email that she sent out, and no one's heard from her since.
And did you see her hang out with anyone at the time, anything like that?
I mean, no one has seen her since Saturday. I haven't seen anything. I mean, you always hear noise outside, but it's just people walking by pretty much.
And
His first mistake, and we see this or variations of this, you know, here and there, is that he's taking it upon himself to do this kind of presentation, right? If a news crew was coming up to you, which is a totally irregular thing to happen, you let them take the lead. You know, you're not there to present. You're not talking to, you know, an audience here. I mean, I guess you are, but answer questions.
she just recently graduated from Mercer.
Yeah, she and I we were both JD students. We graduated back in May.
What kind of person was she? I mean, what did you see?
I mean, she's as nice as can be. I mean, very personable, very much a people person.
Do you know anybody that?
It's like he's introducing her on some sort of panel session, right? Yeah, she's nice as can be, very much a people person. We were both JD students, and no one has seen her since Saturday. There was an email. She sent the email on Saturday, and then she went out, and no one has seen her since Saturday.
Any enemies she might have had? Somebody that might want to hurt her?
No, we don't know where she is. I mean, the only thing we can think is that maybe she went out running and someone snatched her. Because
when he's saying we, guys, basically Lauren's friends, he killed her, chopped her up in her apartment, and took out her body bit by bit and put it in the trash, some over here, some over there. And, his big plan was, I think he checked the garbage pickup and he was like, okay, so if she gets all taken to the dump, they'll never find her, But it didn't really work out like that. They did find her torso in the trash, and it was funny because the reason that they found her torso in the trash, even though he looked up the garbage pickup and the timetable and everything, was the garbage truck couldn't get in because the cops were there. Yeah, bad timing, Stephen. Maybe if you'd have walked like 15 or 5 minutes down the road, that would have been a better idea. I guess it was pretty heavy. But anyway, a bunch of her friends were trying to get in touch with her, couldn't get in touch with her, and that wasn't like Lauren. So they came round, and then Stephen popped out and said, "Hey, what are you doing? Is something wrong?" "Oh, I have a key." So he threw himself in with her friends, and now it's we this and we thinks she went out and somebody snatched her. He's a nobody. No one in that group knows who he is. And they all who are you, man? Yeah, we think she was last seen on Saturday. There's no we here. There's them, and then there's you.
We went over. One of our friends had a key. We went inside and tried to see if there was anything amiss, but I mean, she had a door jamb that was sitting right by it, so there was no sign that anyone broke in. I mean, the door was locked when everyone got here. I mean, we just don't know where she is.
What about in the parking lot area? I know they've been doing a lot of. I think that's where they had recovered the body or whatever they recovered from there.
Body.
Had you heard anything? Had you seen anything there? Had you seen anything there? I mean, we don't know if this is the same person. You know what I mean? Like, they took out a body there earlier. We don't know if it's the same person or not. So that's why we're trying to ask people if they know who lived there. Are you okay, sir?
I think I need to sit down.
Okay.
And that is the moment that made this so famous. Body. The news reporter's like, yeah, we don't know if it's the same person. Well, that would be some fucking coincidence, wouldn't it? Someone's gone missing, you're looking for their body, and you find a body, and it's someone else. What's going on in this town? Oh, man. Yeah. And I've heard two sides of this argument. Some people say that Stephen knew that they'd already found the body, and some people say that that was genuine surprise. I have tried to look at it from both angles, and I think I'm on the side that says that was genuine surprise. But you can see it both ways, I guess.
If you're creating content that stands out, you are not looking for.
Hey, everybody in the chat.
You're
Leah,
looking for great content.
Cora Jean, and Bob from
doing,
accounting.
or you can start.
Okay,
It's
that's the
good to
first
see you
clip
again.
of video Michelle Casada did with Stephen McDaniel last Thursday, a week ago. To you, did he seem genuinely upset with the fact that the body had been discovered?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, his expression, as you see in the beginning of the interview, he's very forthcoming with information. You know, he's calm. At this point, he only thinks that she's missing. So I guess he's, you know, just offering information, anything that he can do to help. And then as soon as I mentioned the body, which I assumed that he already knew since everyone had been out there since 10 a.m. It had been all over the news, all over the web. And I guess he had been pulled in for questioning, and police, I don't know what police have told him. Police had told him at that time. So I guess no one had informed him that a body was recovered.
All right, this second video, what will we see?
Okay, so the second video is he actually gets pulled into the AT&T building next door. One of the employees brought him in, I guess, to just relax for a couple minutes after he found out about the news. And then he comes back out maybe 20 minutes later, and I asked him if he was okay, and he came up to me and began talking again. So at this point, our camera started rolling again, and he seems receptive to it. He was not, you know, he was not upset, saying that he didn't want to talk, so he just started talking again.
All right, clip 2 with Stephen McDaniel, Michelle Casada from last Thursday, guys.
You've been studying for the bar?
Yeah, no one.
Okay, guys, try and put yourselves in a not guilty set of shoes, okay? Your neighbor, who you don't really know, it's not like a close friend or anything, has been killed, and they found part of her body. I mean, yeah, of course, that would be tragic and horrific and shocking, but would I be bursting into tears and frantically hyperventilating? No, frankly. Does that make me cold? I'm not cold. I don't think. But this reaction is just so offbeat, off base. What is he doing? He's panicked to fuck, right? He's like, oh my God, they've got me and I'm done for.
Seen her since Saturday because we all just, there's not a whole lot of interaction unless we're doing classes.
He's still going on about this Saturday thing. No one has seen her since Saturday.
No one had seen her since Saturday because we all just, there's not a whole lot of interaction unless we're doing classes.
Right.
And she was doing.
Yeah, there's not a lot of interaction, you know, for Stephen. Everybody else is having a normal campus college life, right? You know, out at the bars, then study sessions, you know, burning the midnight oil, as Grant Amato would say. But no, not a lot of, what did he say? Social interaction. Stephen, you're preparing for the zombie apocalypse, collecting samurai swords and stockpiling SpaghettiOs and toilet paper. Of course, there's not much interaction, you weirdo.
Online version of it.
You all studied together, though?
We were in, there's two different people, there's two companies that provide it. Kaplan provides it and Barbary provides it. I signed up with Barbary and I've been doing the lectures that they have in the mornings. She was doing the Kaplan online. So
what is this? I signed up with Barbary and I've been doing the lectures in the mornings. She signed up with Kaplan online and has been doing a remote degree. What are you talking about? Torso in your garbage can. Let's start there. You know, I signed up with Barbary and I've been doing the class in the morning. Okay. well, look at you, you know.
I hardly ever saw her. I would see her like go out running.
Oh, I get it. He's distancing himself from the decedent, right? He's like, well, I obviously it couldn't be me because I was signed up for Barbary in the morning, and I've been doing the classes in the morning. She signed up for Kaplan online, so that obviously excludes me, eliminates me as the suspect. Yes.
But
what time would you go out running?
I don't even know when.
At night or morning?
I saw her like midday a couple weeks ago. That was the last time I saw her, was coming back from the bar prep on the main campus. because we got moved over there for a week or two.
But she normally would run. That was the
Yeah,
routine
I
that she
mean,
had.
she ran all the time. I mean, she had a group that she would go running with. I mean, I don't know anyone that would want to hurt her. She was nice
Hey, Ryan, all the way from the Golden State. Padres or Angels, brother?
person as there is.
Was she moving soon? Did you know anything about her?
Yeah. She was going to be moving out today. She was supposed to move out today because someone else was going to be moving into her apartment in New Law School.
Do you know if she was like, where is she from? Is she from Maryland?
Yeah, she's from up in Maryland.
Put this on you so we can hear you. Is that all right?
Okay.
I'm so sorry. Here, and you can just hold on to that. Thank you. Yeah, she's from Maryland.
Yeah. This guy has his own friggin' boom mic around his head. Look at him. I mean, how can you hear anything through that bonnet? Look at that bonnet, man. I'm glad it's a windy day. It really adds to the theatrical dishevelment of the situation.
I mean, she was from up in Maryland. I mean, all her family was there, as far as I know. I mean, she.
What's going on in your mind right now? Like, what are you thinking?
Why would anyone do this?
Didn't hear anything?
No. I just heard something. Maybe I could have helped.
Okay, don't worry. Do you want to sit down for a second? Get something to drink? Do you know if a bunch of her friends are getting together or anything?
That's how I found out that she was missing.
How does he think this is going to play out? For everybody she knows is going to see this. The detectives are going to see this. So they're going to say, well, he looks really upset. So, and if he'd have heard anything, he would have helped. He'd have lent her a gun. And, he'd have been there to save her from the killer, wherever he is.
A bunch of her friends came over yesterday night around midnight, and they hadn't seen her since Saturday, so they were trying to find out where she was.
They were knocking on neighbors' doors and stuff?
They went in, they had a key to her apartment, and they checked around, didn't see anything out of place. I mean, it was locked.
Oh, right. Okay, so he didn't use his skeleton key to let the friends in. They had a key. Okay, fair enough. But he did have a skeleton key that he let himself into on more than one occasion, and probably fondled her underwear and smelt her panties. Just if you get the creep manual, he just went through that manual from page 1 all the way to the end and did the whole list.
When everyone got there,
that was midnight.
Yeah, around midnight, and then we went over to law school, see if maybe she was over in the library studying or something.
And why would she be in the law school, man? She was doing Kaplan online. You signed up for, what was it, Barbary morning classes. You should have been in the law school. She was Kaplan online. Wake up, friend.
We looked up in the study rooms on the 3rd floor, and there was no one there. And we came back, we looked around, and just tried to find anything to figure out where she was.
She doesn't have any family in Georgia?
I don't know. As far as I know,
Yeah, Neverly. I mean, I'm all for people looking how they want to look, but, he obviously wanted a bloody girlfriend. Maybe, let's start with your appearance, Stephen, okay? Let's you and us sit down and go through it bit by bit. We'll start at the very top of your body, which is a good place to start, the hair, and we'll work our way down to the feet. And I'm sure you can imagine that this guy is a long way from having, nice pedicured feet. You know, I'm not saying that everyone should have a pedicure. Maybe that's your thing. Maybe that's not your thing. But, you know, it's important to take care of your feet. You know, they do a lot for you, your feet.
All of her family is from in Maryland.
Have you met her family before?
There was one time that I met them. They came down first year. She had a little dog, a little brown dog, that she would exercise out in front of the law school, and it got hit as she was coming across the road. I heard the car hit it and ran out, and she was there crying, and thankfully there was someone who came along who knew a vet or something, and they helped that, and her family came down. I think a couple weeks after that or something. I met them just briefly, but
Their boyfriend.
I met them briefly. He probably stood on top of his, you know, not balcony, but, you know, where you walk up to the second level, the mezzanine or whatever of the apartment building that's like a 2-level apartment block, you know, and like probably just stood there and took a really long time to open his door and was looking at them. You know, and Lauren was like saying to her family, let's just get in the house as quick as we can. And who said, oh, Neety says, so between this guy and Grant, we know hair quality and amount has nothing to do with the murder. And then Cora Jean says, from baldy to ragmop. Yeah, we've gone from one extreme to another, huh? The worst bald hair in the world to the worst long hair in the world. You know what I heard the other day in the comments, guys? Someone say that Chandler Halderson was less offensive because he was better looking, or something to that effect. And okay, I mean, I guess you could say he's better looking than Stephen or Grant, but he's not good looking. And that the gomless expression of a man that just plays video games from all day and all night, the nothing stare of an empty shell is, for me, it's about as unattractive as you could possibly be. No spark, zero.
And we've been trying to figure out. She has a boyfriend up in Atlanta, but I mean,
yeah, he's been really busy on that. He's been like, who's this guy in Atlanta? A boyfriend. He's been all over Facebook. He's just stalking the Facebook pictures, looking for any signs of affection from a man. Going, is that him? Is that him?
Called him, and he hadn't heard from her. No one could figure out where she was.
Who was the last person to be with her? You said that somebody seen her on Saturday?
Yeah, she went over to a couple friends' house, Garen Mueller and Joe Cairns. They live over on Walnut, and they said that she was over there.
And all of these three guys, these gamer killers, right? They've all got the same complexion, which is okay. Steven's had a bit of a shock just now, so he's gone Snow White for that as well. But you know he's not tanned. The guy lives in Georgia, baby. Grant lives in Florida. Okay, Chandler's all the way up in Wisconsin, but it was a hot July. You know, doesn't take much to get a little bit of color on those cheeks. Okay?
There in the morning, and then that was the last time that anyone we've been able to find out from had seen her.
She hadn't mentioned what she was going to do that day or anything?
Joe, he got onto her computer last night to see if she had said anything. She'd sent an email out to some people that afternoon talking about like going out to eat or something. And the last thing that there was an email that she sent out after 10 that night where she sent to, I think it was someone in Atlanta, a friend of hers in Atlanta, and she said that she was afraid in her apartment that she thought someone had tried to break in on Thursday night, and she was afraid to stay in there. But
where did you hear that from? From Joe?
He pulled it up and we read it off the screen.
And she had said that to a friend in Atlanta?
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but
and you hadn't heard anything on Thursday night?
No.
She never
No.
came to you to tell you anything?
No,
Lady, the last time anyone saw her was Saturday. Thursday night, what are you talking about?
if she had, I could have done.
Someone tried to break into her apartment. She had a creepy feeling and didn't want to stay there alone. Gotta be really good if she'd have followed through with that primal instinct, huh?
Something. I could have lent her a handgun. I've got a little handgun that I have for defense. And
She could have slept over or something.
yeah, something. If she was afraid in her apartment, then get her out of there.
Is that her break in on Thursday?
That's what she said in the email. She thought that someone had tried to break into her apartment. She said, like, Macon hoodlums tried to break into my apartment on Thursday night.
Is that her car parked there? The Chevy?
No,
Small car?
no. I think that's the detective's car, Detective
So her car's
Patterson.
not even there?
No, it was here earlier, and they.
Yeah, man. Detective Patterson has just stopped for a couple of White Castles, but he's don't be fooled. He's as sharp as a whip, or as sharp as whatever the expression is. He's good. He's good, and he's about as Georgia as they come.
Towed it. It'd been there for days, and then they towed it to, I guess, look through, see if there was. Yeah.
How did you find out that something was wrong with the police here? Was it like when you walked up a little while ago? Or?
No, the police were called last night, and they came and they looked around. And they didn't see anything. They went in. We looked around the place. No sign of a struggle. No sign that anyone had broken in. Just nothing. Just she was gone. All of her stuff was there. Her ID was there. Her wallet was there. But
we've got a third piece of video here. Let's do that. And after that, we'll take the break and we'll come back and we want to talk to you about some of this and you can fill in some of the gaps now. All right, so guys, part 3 of the interview Michelle did with Stephen McDaniel from a week ago.
Looks like we got some military mothers tonight, guys. Well, every night, but it's all been revealed now.
Got you. We can't hear it.
And then this morning they knocked on my door. They were looking around trying to find anything. And a few of the other friends, Burpee and Garen and Ashley, they were here. They were here last night and they'd come back this morning. I just went out and talked with them, and then they moved us all over the side and they bussed us all down to the department and kept us there until I got back just a little while ago. Yeah, they took statements trying to find out if anyone had seen anything, if anyone had heard anything when the last time anyone saw it was.
No, they haven't confirmed, at least not with us, that it was or that they found. Are you holding out any hope right now?
Yeah, he's holding out some hope. He's hoping that they don't know it was him and that he won't be questioned at all and have pressure put on him, and that they won't be going through any of his stuff, searching his apartment, and that he's not left any evidence behind. So yeah, he's got a friggin' pile of hope in each arm, you know.
I hope, but if they found it on the property somewhere.
You hadn't heard anything about a body until you were talking to us earlier?
No, as far as any of us knew, they were still trying to just find her. We got an email this morning from some people that live on the other side.
Anyone who didn't catch it at the beginning, this guy was facing trial. He denied it to the end. The interrogation didn't actually get him to crack. In fact, he put up a friggin' stellar performance of endurance. I mean, I've seen it sped up to 200 times original playback speed, and he does not actually move. It's amazing how still this guy can be. I mean, it's like the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, you know, don't move. He can't see us if he don't move. It's just like that. Anyway, he was going to trial, but after they did a data dump of his computer, they found a bunch of child pornography. Shocking, right? And yeah, he did a deal to plead guilty to the murder if they didn't include that in his arrest affidavit, and he went to jail forever as a child porn collector. You know, because you know what that gets you in prison, don't you?
Kroger on the other side of the river that they had seen her in the past running in that area. We thought maybe someone had snatched her over there, or maybe she got hurt or something.
Okay, switching gears, guys. It's later the same day when he's called into the interrogation room. So how do we switch gears? Let's switch gears right now. Remove this and present and share screen. Where's the friggin'... All right, hang on. I gotta search for... Full screen off. Hey, there's us. Cool. So True Crime Metrix video shows up in front of the actual footage. That's interesting. Where the hell is this full? Let's put the word full. Yeah, I know the one I'm looking for. But I want the
What
one
would your life
from
be like if you were
this one.
arrested?
This AI tool will
From
take
the
your
Macon
idea
Telegraph
and create a
archive.
complete book, complete with design, images.
All right, brother.
All right. I just got to ask you.
Isn't that the same thing you do with a dog? You know, before you go to visit the dog in the pound, you let your voice like be heard before you're there, so he knows you're coming. If it was me, I'd have snuck up to that door and burst through it and made him jump.
Few questions. Okay. You came down earlier tonight. Me and you talked. All right. You don't have any weapons on you, do you? No. That's just you are. What's wrong? You know Detective Patterson, right?
Yes.
Do you remember? Put your hands up here. You remember us talking earlier tonight, right? Yes. You remember me earlier in the day?
Yes.
When we came down here and talked a little bit and then we left?
Yes.
Okay. I need to know about this girl right here. You know her?
Yes.
Who is that?
Lauren Giddings.
Does she live next door to you?
Yes.
When's the last time you seen her?
2 or 3 weeks ago.
Okay. Was you friends with Lauren?
Yes.
Look at me when you talk to me, son. Okay. Was you friends with her?
Yes.
Close friends?
We were good.
I mean, y'all were friends, right? Both of y'all are law students. You're studying to be an attorney, right?
Yes.
What kind of law do you want to go into? Criminal law?
Yes.
Civil? Is that what you want to do for a living?
Yes.
Okay. Are you almost finished?
Yes.
Okay. So you don't have too much more to do, right?
No.
All right. Are you going to stay here in Macon?
I don't know.
Did you used to work at the district attorney's office in Macon?
Yes.
Was you on the prosecutor side or the defense side?
Prosecutor.
So you were on our side.
Yes.
Right. You never worked on the other side?
No.
Did you like it when you were down there?
Yes.
You got along with everybody?
Yes.
Okay. And you've lived next to Lauren for a long time?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know where she's at tonight?
No.
Hmm?
No.
Have you ever seen her with that dress on?
No.
You have no idea where she's at?
No.
Uh, yes. Oh, okay. My major didn't do that, but okay. All right. All right. All right. Look, just tell me what happened, brother.
I don't know.
Well, where's she at? I need you. I'm asking you for your help.
Last night we were talking a lot about the read technique in Grant Armado's Interrogation, all those things like minimization and the dossier technique, and all these established tricks that cops play out in interrogations. We didn't really get to see much of it in the Chandler Halderson interview because they really didn't need anything. They had all the evidence, But these guys, I mean, okay, his guilt is already conclusive. They know it's him. They're just gathering as much information as possible for the prosecution. And hopefully, I think they're more in there to kind of punish him, just to bully him because he's a freak. And that's fine by me in this situation. But as far as established police trained tactics go, all of that is thrown out of the window. And these cops, believe it or not, get some shit for being quote unquote unprofessional when I love what they do. It's refreshing, it's brutal, it works. Well, it doesn't actually work because Stephen is not going to confess or break amazingly, but it's a lot of fun to watch. And it's nice, it's nice, it's refreshing. They're just being themselves. They're not. I love the read technique and all the tactics and looking at them, but every so often it's great to see cops just be people, and that's what these are being. This is what these guys are being.
I'm a detective, and I'm asking you for your help. Okay, I'm asking you for help. I need your help. Can you help me?
I don't know.
You don't know if you can help me?
Yes.
I need your help. Help me out. Tell me what to do. Has anybody asked you for help today? I'm asking you as a friend for help. Can you help me?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You can't help a friend out?
I don't know what you need.
I need to know where Lauren's at.
I don't know.
When's the last time you seen her?
2 or 3 weeks ago.
Have you ever seen anybody over her house the last couple nights?
No.
Okay. If you knew where she was, would you tell me?
Yes.
What do you think happened to her?
I don't know.
Do you even care that no one can find her?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know, do you?
Yes.
Do you have a girlfriend?
No.
Did you think Lauren was your girlfriend?
No.
I mean, you said you didn't have any other cars, right?
The other thing I like about these two guys, we haven't seen, there's white shirt, which is Detective Patterson, and pink shirt or red shirt, depending on which video you watch, but it's not really clear who's the lead detective. They sort of tag team it, They're rarely in the room together. There's a few occasions. I mean, I guess it's Detective Patterson is in charge, but you know, they both just sort of take turns on him. It's like a merciless beating in shifts.
Right.
Well, why would everybody you went to school with for the last 3 and 4 years said that you own another car other than that Geo Prism? Everybody I've talked to, all your friends you were in school with, people that you worked at the district attorney's office with said you have other cars other than that car. And you're going to sit here today and tell me you don't have another car?
I don't.
Well, where's it at?
I don't have one.
You never had another car besides that Geo Prism.
No.
So if I call your granddaddy, he's going to tell me that you only have one car.
Yes.
What's his phone number?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do, because I already have his number. You don't know his phone number?
No.
Cora Jean says, so they have a torso, most likely Lawrence. It is Lawrence. The news crew confirmed it was Lawrence. But he's asking where Lauren is. Did they ever find the rest of her? No. No. They didn't find her head. They didn't find her hands. They didn't find, you know, the rest of her, you know. So when it came for her parents and family to bury their, or cremate or whatever, their deal with the remains of their beloved, you know, daughter, family member with her whole life in front of her, you know, just about to pass the bar exam at the Georgia Bar of Law and go on to a good career. You know, when it came time to deal with the remains, they didn't have her head. And they have to deal with the idea that her head is just in a pile of trash, in an enormous pile of trash that's buried in the ground, you know, in a huge quarry or something where the city puts all the trash that they collect. And, you know, that's pretty sad, isn't it? You know, pretty sad if she was all in one piece and they had to bury her or whatever. But, you know, when they visit her grave or whatever it is, you know, it's like, well, there's the torso, so no face. It's disturbing.
I mean, you seriously can't help us out.
His number is in my cell phone.
That's a start. Where's your cell phone?
At the apartment.
In your apartment?
Yeah, guys, remember to check out the Discord. You know, we're building a little community on Discord. Every day there's more people coming, chatting, talking about the show, talking about the crimes. It's great. I mean, Udi's put the link right there. All you have to do is click the link and you're in. It's free. And everybody's there. Why aren't you there? Go there now.
I mean, it's kind of late to be calling him. Does he stay up late?
I don't know.
Do you have a grandmother or is it just him?
My grandmother passed away.
A while back?
Yes.
But you're close to your grandfather, right?
Yes.
I mean, don't he own some property or something, he said? A couple of acres?
My granddaddy or my grandfather?
Who lives in Pike County?
My granddaddy.
Does he own any land down there?
Yes.
Okay. And do sometimes you go down there to visit him or something?
Last time we met, I went down and visited with my aunt and uncle.
Okay. What did he do for a living? Was he an attorney like you?
He worked for the Southern Railroad Company.
Is anybody in your family an attorney?
No.
You're the only one that went through law school?
Yes.
Well, that's an accomplishment, don't you think?
Yes.
I mean, it took a long time, right?
Yes.
A lot of studying.
Here's how to turbocharge your IT operation. Go to Atera.com, the IT management platform powered.
I think you told me earlier you were from up Atlanta, or did you live in Atlanta or Griffin or something like that?
Lilburn.
You don't have any family left up there?
Yes.
Well, who lives up there?
My parents.
Okay. Any brothers or sisters?
My sister lives in Tucker.
Georgia?
Yes.
What's up with the pair of underwear that was in your apartment? That was like a mask. It was cut out like a mask. You cut underwear out that looked like a mask?
No.
How many guns did you have in your apartment?
3.
What are they? Do you know what they are?
A rifle.
What kind of rifle did you have?
An AK semi-automatic.
Where'd you buy it from?
Classic Arms.
Is that Atlanta or something?
Online.
Okay. What kind of pistols do you own?
EAA Witness. Full size and compact.
Okay. What is that? What about the one that was on the bed?
That's the full size.
That's the full size one. What was the other one?
The compact.
Where was that at?
On the table by the bed.
Oh, yeah. Remember I was in there?
Mm-hmm.
Then you had that samurai sword.
Yes.
That was just that's not, is it an expensive sword or is it just a
No.
knockoff? It's just one of the knockoff swords.
Yes.
And what about the knife?
Which knife?
The one that was, remember you showed me it was dull?
Yes.
What kind of knife is that? Because I don't know.
Kukri.
Where do you get something like that online?
I bought it from a friend.
Did you have any other knives in the house?
Yes.
That I didn't see? Because
Look, it's fine if you want to have a collection, guys. You know, some people collect stamps. Some people collect, what else do people collect? Coins, you know, a coin collection, a stamp collection. People collect all kinds of stuff. But this guy, you know, he's going around the internet. He's buying katans. He's buying friggin' machetes. He's buying samurai swords. He's buying daggers. I would bet my life he has a pair of nunchucks. You know, all of these kind of like ninja weapons. You know, he's got a whole ninja weapon cabinet in his house. Death stars, throwing knives, you know. What is the point of that for this guy? I mean, think about that for a second. What is the point of that? So, I'm really asking, is it so that he can feel like a character in the video game? Is that where it lies? If you play video games so much, do you just get absorbed into that reality and you feel like you need to have nunchucks and ninja death stars in your cabinet? You know, in what situation is he going to need a samurai sword?
you didn't show me no other knives. That's the only ones you showed me. What other knives did I miss?
There's a pocket knife that's on the table.
Are you a knife collector or a knife person, or
No.
you just like knives?
I used to collect swords.
I mean, do you know your swords?
Yes.
I mean, to sell and trade swords?
No.
But you just bought here and there?
Yes.
But you wouldn't consider yourself like a sword expert?
No.
Okay. Because you know they have that.
I bet he absolutely would consider himself a sword expert. You know, I could see this guy playing, I don't know, Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering. You know, nothing against these things, guys, for people that aren't murderers. But, you know, there's a limit to all things, and this guy has crossed the limit. Grant Amato crossed the limit, and fair enough. With him, it wasn't so much the computer game, apart from the whole friggin' Twitch streaming, I'm going to make 300 grand a month idea. But certainly with Chandler and this guy, these obsessions are dangerous.
TV show where they sell stuff, you know, at night.
Yes.
On TV. But I don't know.
And all three of them, all three guys that we've covered with this kind of virtual identity crisis thing, all of it is based on their virtual self, whether it's Chandler Halderson's character in the game, you know, when he's that character in the game and thinking like that character in the game and given assignments to do like the character in the game, you've got to find the hidden item and you've got to, I don't know, whatever the fucking objective is, you've got to invade this military base and kill all the guys that are trying to kill you and do it really well. You know, when he's that character, he feels like he matters. In the real life, he doesn't feel like he matters. And that's a hard thing to admit. So what does he do? He stays committed to being the character in Escape from fucking Tarkov. Or Grant stays as this character that he created, which is the person who has a fucking connection with this Bulgarian cam model Sylvie. Or Stephen McDaniel, zombie apocalypse. Got to prepare for the zombie apocalypse because, you know, his game reality has become his real world reality because it's more interesting. He feels like he matters. The same thread runs through all three stories. These guys can't cope being who they are. And that's a problem that needs to be addressed. They all have the potential to master the world, but they gave up.
It's called the Knife Shop or something like that. Have you ever seen what I'm talking about? I don't know if you have cable TV or not. All right. You know, tonight we're still looking for Lauren. You know any of these other girls in this picture?
I know that she goes to the law school, but I can't remember her name.
So she's studying to be an attorney too?
Yes.
Okay. Is that how Lauren looked with the long hair the last time you seen her?
Yes.
Or that's how she looks?
Yes.
Neaty. He's 25 here. He's 25 years old, just about to graduate law school, go on to a nice little internship, working at the prosecutor's office or whatever, you know. But that, you know, that just didn't give him what he needed. He needed to be a character, a virtual version of himself.
Oh, this was in 2010. Who do you think took Lauren away?
I don't know.
Well, I need your help. Can you give me some, what is your observation of this? I know you're smarter, okay? I know you have an observation you can tell me. What do you think happened to her?
I think someone took her.
You think, I mean, you watch TV shows, right? Like detective shows. What's your observation? How do you think somebody would take her? If somebody did take her.
When she was running.
Does she normally run all the time?
She runs, I don't know how often.
You mean you think somebody might have took her when she was running like down the street somewhere?
Yes.
You don't think somebody got her when she got back to her apartment?
I don't know.
Well, you know there was a body found in the trash can next to the apartments.
Yes.
You do know that. And it's a female, white female's body. Right there. Right next to y'all's apartment. feet from her apartment. I mean,
Singularity University is TED on steroids.
we don't know 100% sure it's Lauren, but we're pretty confident it is. We're waiting for some tests to be done to be 100% sure. I mean, who would?
I know that, you know, what do you call it? Morticians and forensic, what do you call the guys that do the autopsy? Forensic morticians. Yeah, they have this thing, you know, it's just a day at the office to them, right? You know, they bring in a friggin' torso of some young woman and you've got to run some tests, and they presumably, you know, swab the blood and test that and compare the DNA to other stuff and to get a profile and, you know, deal with this piece of a human body, just like, you know, someone in a regular job would deal with, I don't know, an email or paperwork or something, you know. But it's gotta have an impact, even if it's not that they get like creeped out, like what is the word? Cringe, that it doesn't make them cringe. Squirmish, you know, they're not squirmish about it, but it would shape your view of the world, wouldn't it? I mean, you and I, we know that a torso was taken into a medical office and put on a big metal sterile table and had a light shone on it and had it photographed. We know all that, but we're not looking at it. It's like when you buy steak, you don't have to watch the cow be shot in the face with a bolt gun. It's just a steak in a wrapper. But, you know, and I'm not a vegetarian or anything, but, you know, somewhere along the line, a cow got his head blown off.
Do something to somebody and throw them in a trash can.
I don't know.
I'm asking for your advice or your observation. Who in your complex would do something like that? You lived over there for 3 years. Tonight's the first night I think I've ever been over there. In your expert opinion, of all your knowledge of going through law school and all that, who in that complex do I need to talk to?
I don't know.
No names come to mind. You can't help me out a little bit. You can't help me out?
I don't know.
You don't know anybody at all that lives in that complex. You know, earlier you told me about a guy that lived in apartment 15. I mean, is he a decent guy?
I think so.
Don't y'all have a laundry room there or something?
Yes.
That everybody has access to the laundry room?
Yes.
Has anybody been working on the apartments below you in the last couple of weeks that you've noticed?
I haven't seen anyone.
But you don't know if they've been doing work on that apartment, number one?
No.
I mean, earlier today, me and you sit here and talk normal. What's going on with you now? Why are you acting like this? I need to know. Why all of a sudden you're acting like this?
I don't understand.
Okay. Earlier today, we sat here and talked. But now you're acting like you don't know what's going on. I mean, did something happen or something to you? I mean, why are you?
People are saying in the chat that, you know, the way Stephen is staring is very off-putting. And it is. But I can guarantee you, I would not want to be looking at Detective Patterson right now. He's coming in with this hard question, right? And you know it's coupled with just a stare of, you're not bullshitting your way out of this guy, okay? Earlier today, you and I sat here and talked, but now you're acting like you don't know what's going on. Key word is acting. Remember, guys, like, share, leave a comment. Support the channel. Buymeacoffee.com. Patreon. Super thanks, super chat. The more, the merrier. And join the Discord. Link in the description, guys.
Are you shutting down? Why are you not talking to me?
I don't know.
You don't know? Are you scared?
No.
I mean, you're not scared, are you?
No.
Are you sad that something happened to Lauren? If that's her in that trash can?
Yes.
When's the last time you said you can't remember the last time earlier today that you took the trash out to the trash can? Right? Am I wrong?
That's right.
I mean, because you said you stayed inside the whole weekend, I think, because you had all your food and all that. You never went to Kroger over the weekend or Walmart or anything?
I don't remember.
Bet you could have.
I don't know.
When you go to Kroger, when you do go to the store to get your food, do you use a credit card or you pay cash?
Cash.
Do you have a Kroger card?
Yes.
Okay. So the Kroger card should be able to tell if you were at Kroger this weekend, right?
Yes.
Do you swipe your card or just enter your cell phone number?
They scan it.
Oh, because I enter my phone number because I can't never remember to bring my card. But you don't remember if you went over to bank. You drive your car or you walk over there?
I drive.
You ever go to Walmart on the east side of Gray Highway? Or which Walmart do you go to when you go to Walmart?
Gray Highway.
You don't ever go out to Zeppelin Road?
I don't think so.
You never been out there? You know where Zeppelin Road, the new Walmart?
No.
You don't? So you just basically go to the one on Gray Highway?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know where you're at tonight?
Yes.
Where are you at?
Detective Bureau.
Okay. And you know why we've been working all day trying to find Lauren, right?
Yes.
Because her family wants to know where she's at.
Yes.
And I don't know what to tell her family. So I'm asking you, what do I need to tell her family?
I don't know.
What do you want me to tell them? I don't know. Huh? You're going to have to tell me what to tell her family. It's all on you, brother. What do you want me to tell her family? Huh?
I don't know.
Well, I need to know. I need to know. Okay? If something happened to Lauren and you know, you need to tell me.
Voo para mais de 80 destinos.
If you know something, because I need to know. Because her family's down here want to know what happened to her.
I don't know.
You don't know.
No.
That's what you want me to tell her mother and her father, is that you don't know.
I don't know.
Not that you're sorry that she's missing. Not that you've been trying to help me all day find her, but you just wanted me to tell her I don't know.
I don't know.
Are you a sorry piece of shit that you want me to tell her that? You got your ass on that fucking news.
That was a little strong, Detective Patterson. You want me to tell her mother that you don't fucking know. You're a sorry piece of shit that don't give a fuck.
And stood out there and gave a media report that her mother saw about her missing daughter. And you want me to sit there and tell him that you don't know? Is that what you want me to tell him? Because you're all over the news. You sure stood out there and ran your mouth to the news media. But now you're going to get out here and you don't fucking know. You know. You're just a sorry piece of shit that don't give a fuck.
Whoa.
Right?
No.
Well, why'd you tell the media everything?
Does he have to use that kind of language? Can you imagine this guy in the 70s? He'd be beating him with a friggin' padlock on a chain. Tell us the truth. You did it, right?
You need to see what you told the media today? Yes. It was on the 11 o'clock news. Well, I'm asking you. Tell me. I want to know.
I don't know where she is.
That ain't what you told the media. You didn't stand in front of that camera and say,
Yeah, Udi. It's on no page of the John C. Reed manual, you know. You're just a sorry piece of shit that don't give a fuck. You got your ass on that fucking news and gave a media report that her mother saw.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Right? You buy all these weapons. Was you ever in the military?
No.
What do you need all these weapons for? Are you scared somebody's going to hurt you?
No.
What do you need all these weapons for?
To have.
Why? There's a reason why. Were you molested as a child?
No.
Then why do you need all these weapons?
To have.
Why? Give me one good reason. Just give me one reason.
To have.
Why? Does it make you feel important?
No.
Are you a big guy because you got a weapon?
No.
Do you even know how to use it?
Yes.
I need you to tell me what you want me to tell her mother. And then I won't ask you another thing. I'm not going to tell her mother that you don't know, because her mother saw you on the news tonight. And she cried all the way down to Macon. Because you had the balls to get on the news and tell everybody everything. You didn't have no problem talking to the news when they asked you questions. I'm asking you questions. Where's Lauren?
I don't know.
Yes, you do know. You do know. You do know. You know. You know. You do know. And everybody in Macon knows you knows because you got your sorry ass on the news and told everybody. So every friend you have in Macon knows that you know. Everybody you go to school with, every one of your professors, everybody knows that you know. Because you got on the news tonight and told everybody that you know.
Yeah, right. Not just the detectives, not just her family, but everybody this guy knows has seen that friggin' media report and has all gone, it was him. You know, because especially if you, I mean, we don't know the guy. For all we know, he could talk like that all the time. No one has seen her since Saturday. We were both chased D students. I signed up for Barbary morning classes, but she was Kaplan online. The only thing we can think of is that she went out running and somebody snatched her. You know, he could talk like that every day, for all we know. We don't know the guy. But other people do, don't they? Other people do. And it doesn't match with what they know he sounds like. That's the thing. And then the detectives go and speak to everybody and they get that feedback, don't they? They get that feedback right back.
Now, how do you think? Think you're gonna be able to walk down the street tomorrow and nobody bother you? Think nobody's gonna come over and knock on your door to see if you want to talk to the media again?
I don't know.
Oh, they're gonna be over there, brother. So this little act that you're doing right now ain't working with me. Okay? Because you didn't have no problem talking to the media. No problem. So you can just snap out of it and tell me what the hell happened so we can move on.
I don't know.
Well, how many times you gonna say I don't know? How many times you gonna say it? When are you gonna say I remember? I don't want to remember what happened to her. How many times you gonna say that? If you did something that you regret, you need to let me know.
I didn't.
Well, who did?
I don't know.
Well, a body was found over here, right next to where you live. And what do you have in your apartments? A lot of knives. A lot of guns. Right?
Yes.
And I'm asking you about it, and you're just saying, I don't know. That's all. That's the only answer you can give is I don't know. 6 hours or a couple hours ago, you was out there telling the media everything. You didn't stand in front of that camera and say, I don't know. You were actually answering questions. Right? How many interviews did you give? 3?
I don't know.
You gave like 3. Do you think that was a proper thing to do when a mother's looking for her child?
They asked me what happened.
And what did you tell them? What did you tell
That Lauren was missing.
them? Okay. What
Yeah.
else did you tell them?
We knew that.
That we had gone looking for her.
Okay. And what?
And that we hadn't found her.
And what else did they ask you?
I don't remember.
Why don't you remember?
I don't.
You're telling me that you went through law school. Well, you went through college first, right? Did you graduate from college?
Yes.
Now you're in law school. Did you graduate from law school?
Yes.
But you don't fucking remember what they asked you this afternoon?
No.
Huh? You just don't fucking believe that shit. Don't came back yet.
Oh,
What's up, bud?
pink shirt, red shirt, whatever. I love this guy's hair. I think this guy has the best hair of any cop. Is it a mullet? He looks like a character from Lethal Weapon 2.
What's up?
Hi, Jira.
Friggin'
We brought
ads.
you here today to
Gotta
let
get YouTube Premium, guys. Support the channel. Help us grow. We're all going to benefit from it, I promise you.
Guns.
Yeah.
When was the last time you shot those guns?
I haven't.
You've never shot a gun?
No.
Have you ever shot any gun in your whole life?
No.
Never.
No.
So you bought 3 guns that you've never shot.
Yes.
Why?
To have.
For what?
To have.
For what? I'm asking for what?
They've got
Why
this
you wanna
really
have
kind
them?
of school bully thing going on. They're ganging up on him. Fucking Detective Patterson in the white shirt is just snickering. Like, pink shirt's like, so you bought 3 guns that you've never shot. For what? For what? I'm asking for what? It's like when the bully is asking you a question and you're not saying anything just because either answer is going to get you hit. And he keeps fucking asking you. He's just like, tell me for what?
What makes did they give you? I mean, tell me why it's important to you to have 3 guns. That's an easy question. Come on, talk to me, buddy. Me and you talked all day today. We ain't had a problem communicating. Why is it important for you to have 3 guns?
Haley, Dodgers fan, huh? You and I are no longer speaking.
Not know?
No.
Okay. You got a girlfriend?
No.
Who's your best friend?
Michael Quinn.
Michael who?
Quinn.
Who is he?
He was a law student with me.
Is he?
Just kidding, Lee. I mean, what the hell do I know about baseball in California? Not much, I can tell you that.
Is he still a law student?
No, he graduated.
When was the last time you talked to him?
Before he moved up to Boston.
How long ago was that?
A
few weeks, like a month, 2 months, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, what?
The beginning of June.
Beginning of June? Beginning of June. Okay. So let me ask you a question. You say you don't know where Lauren is, right?
Right.
You told me earlier you and Lauren were friends, right?
Yes.
How would you describe y'all's relationship?
She was my friend.
She was your friend. What did you ever do things for her? Did she ever do things for you? What did she ever do for you?
We talked.
We talked. What y'all talk about?
News.
The news.
See, the cops know that they weren't friends. He was the creepy guy next door. You know, she would be polite just enough so that it wouldn't come across as hostile. I think he asked her out once. He said, "Hey, do you want to you want to go for some food? In fact, why would we go anywhere? I've got 3 kitchen cupboards upstairs full of SpaghettiOs. So you could come in, you could sit in my pile of friggin' jerk off Kleenex and samurai stored packaging from all of my daggers that I order online, and we could sit there and have a bowl of cold SpaghettiOs because I've disconnected the gas in preparation for the zombie apocalypse. So you want to come in?" Stephen, we've got to talk, okay? We said earlier we were going to start with your appearance, head to toe. And I'm just going to only talk about those 2 bits. I don't even want to focus on what's in between. Head and toe. That's what we should say. Head and feet. Start with the head and feet. Then your personality. It needs improving. Your hobbies. You need to throw them all away and start again. Okay? Why not take up a craft? Maybe you could, you girls like birds. Maybe you could be a falconer with that really big leather glove. He actually looks like he'd love that. And, if it's done in the right way and people aren't too obsessive and treat their falcon like a fucking human being, set him a place at the table at Christmas, which Stephen absolutely would do. If he didn't do it like that, there's something quite heroic and interesting about being a falconer. Any ladies in the chat would like to date a falconer with a big leather glove? Maybe. It would be better than where he's at now, okay? It's a process. We're going from zombie apocalypse prepper samurai collector to falconer. And then maybe after that, we could move on to, I don't know, what would be better than a falconer? Definitely not a reptile enthusiast. He looks like he'd be good at that as well, huh?
Okay.
Oh, hey. We've got a super sticker from Neaty Guys. But you know what I'm noticing, guys? Is it's all the same people that are donating to the show all the time. Cinderella's been and bought us 2 cups of coffee already. I'm pretty sure this is Neaty's second or third super sticker. We need fresh blood, guys. Dig deep, friends. Dig deep.
Earlier, you was telling me something about you fixed your computer before.
I couldn't fix it.
You couldn't fix it? What was wrong with it?
I don't remember.
How long ago was that?
Around graduation.
Well, how long ago was that?
Middle of May.
Middle of May? So you were over in her apartment in the middle of May?
Yes.
Have you been over there since then?
Yes.
When was the last time you were over there?
Last night.
Before last night. Have you ever been over there with Lauren since the time you worked on her computer in the middle of May?
No.
How many times have you been in her apartment with her hanging out?
I don't know.
All of this stuff, he's trying to establish in what way Stephen and Lauren were friends, right? Because he keeps saying, we were good friends. We were good friends. Well, why were you friends? Did she ever do anything for you? Did you ever do anything for her? Did she help you? What did you help her do? How many times have you been in her apartment hanging out? If it's your friend, you'd be like, well, I go around most nights, or, a few times a week, or I don't know. How many? Or like a number? I don't know. Not like, I don't know, maybe twice. And those times it was like he probably invited himself in to come and, I don't know, fix something or act like he could help with her bags or something like that. And then she was like, okay, I got it from here. I got it from here.
You don't know? If you had to guess, what was just, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times what?
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2? See, if I had only been somewhere twice, I could remember that. If I had been there over 50 times and you asked me how many times, I'd be like, I don't know, a lot. But the fact that you've only been there twice, when I say how many times you've been there, you say you don't know, that's just odd to me. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
That does make sense. So what I'm saying right now makes sense?
No.
When was the last time you saw
The other thing about these cops and why I like them so much is that they really just let their raw emotions out. Did you see that little frustrated head to hand thing that Pink Shirt just did? He was just like, he thought he was getting somewhere. He was like, does that make sense to you? No. Okay, so what I'm saying makes sense. No.
2 or 3 weeks ago.
And have you been on vacation for the last couple of weeks?
No.
You been home every night?
Yes.
Has she been at home every night?
I don't know.
Has she been on vacation?
I think she was away for a while.
How long?
I don't know.
Were you looking for her?
No.
Let me tell you, even if I didn't talk to my neighbors, I know if my neighbors have been in and out. I hear them come in, I hear them go out. I see them when they walk by my window. I've lived in apartments most of my life. So the fact that you haven't seen her in 2 or 3 weeks, that's just odd to me. I'm gonna be honest, it makes me feel like you're not being honest with me, Stephen. Why would you not be honest with me?
I am being honest.
Stephen, it just doesn't feel like it, buddy. You know, I get the sense that there's something weighing heavy on your heart right now, and it's breaking you down, and you feel bad about it. I can tell you haven't slept much, have you, in the last few days, have you?
No.
Like something's weighing on your mind, ain't it?
We were looking for Lauren.
You started looking for Lauren yesterday.
Yes.
But you haven't slept in several days, have you?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Earlier when I talked to you, you said you hadn't slept in days. That this morning was the first time you was able to get any sleep, was this morning for a little bit.
No.
Yes, that's what you said.
My name is Munzir Dale. I'm a professor of electrical engineering and computer science at MIT. The partnership that we have with professional...
That's what you told me. So I asked you, well, if you haven't been able to sleep in several days, what have you been doing? Studying? And you said, yeah, studying. You don't remember that?
No.
What I want you to do, I'm going to ask you this question.
Sometimes I have a dream where all of these cops that we see from different states, different cases, we got the pink shirt here from Georgia in Stephen McDaniel's case. We had Detective Danny last night from the Grant Amato case down in Orlando, Florida, you know. And what if they all like met up at the cop annual general conference annual general meeting, and they were like sharing their tactics. So Detective Danny might be like, you know, I like to go into the honesty web. So I'll draw a line on the table and I'll say, this is the line of honesty. And you're on that side and I'm on this side. And you've got to cross over the line of honesty and shake the hand of truth. And Pink Shirts just said to him, you know, you know, his tactics, it'd just be really weird to see it. You know what it'd be like? It'd be like if all your ex-partners met up and started talking about you. You know, have you ever had that dream where all of your ex-partners are in the same room and they're talking about what they think of you and sharing their experience?
I want you to describe to me how you feel right now. You don't know how to answer that with a yes or no, do you?
Checkmate.
I don't know what's going on.
Lauren's missing. This pretty little girl right here, your neighbor, she's missing.
I know.
You went looking for her last night.
Yes.
Did you hurt Lauren?
No.
Stephen, did you hurt Lauren?
No.
I know.
Neverly Darling asks, where did he chop her up? Not at his place, right? Yeah, it was at her place. And the cops have a bluff that didn't really work because they start saying in a minute, Stephen, there's blood in your apartment, Stephen. You didn't get it all up. We found the blood in your apartment. Don't you watch CSI? And Stephen's like, feels he's totally safe because he's just like, I didn't chop her up there, man.
This is hard for you to tell it. But it's weighing on you right now, ain't it, Stephen?
I didn't do it.
But I know you can probably help me with who did. Can't you, buddy?
I don't know.
Stephen, you know, And me and you both know it's no different than when you was a little kid, right? And you reached in that cookie jar and you got caught after your mama told you not to get that cookie. And she was, did you get a cookie? No. And whenever you tell a lie, you feel bad about it right then. One, with every lie, there's a chance you're going to get caught. And that weighs on.
Here we go with another fucking iteration of the cookie crumbs, cookie jar, blah, 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 blah. Doesn't it get fucking old? I mean, can you imagine being on day one of the academy and they've got a PowerPoint presentation up and there's a picture, like a really bad pick art picture of a jar of cookies, and the cop giving the presentation is like, when you have a suspect and you're almost 100% sure of their guilt, refer back to their childhood, to their early stages of experiencing guilt, when their mother caught them with their hand in the cookie jar. Get them to re-experience that moment as a young, individual. It's just like, why are they even teaching this anyway? Okay, I know that this is 2011, I think. 2011. So that's like almost 15 years ago. Oh, time flies, huh? 13 years ago.
Because you know you did something bad.
Hi, Cinderella. Cinderella.
Am I right?
I didn't do it.
You didn't take the cookie?
No.
What'd you do, buddy?
What'd you do, buddy?
I didn't do anything.
What'd you do to Lauren?
I didn't do anything.
You saw Lauren last night, though? Yesterday?
No.
What time was it that she went out to do her laundry?
I don't know.
Where were you at yesterday?
At home.
What'd you do at home? Tell me everything you did yesterday. From the time you woke up to the time you went to sleep.
I checked the news.
At what time?
I don't remember.
Was it yesterday morning?
I don't remember.
What'd you do when you woke up?
I think I checked the news.
All right, you checked the news, okay? What'd you do after that?
I watched some videos online.
Did you clean up?
No.
You didn't?
No.
You smell like you've been cleaning up, like you've been using cleaner to clean up. I know what that smells like. My wife smells like that all the time when she cleans the house. You've been using some kind of cleaner to clean up your apartment, hadn't you?
No.
Stephen, you telling me you live it like a man? How does your apartment get cleaned?
I cleaned it.
Okay. When was the last time you cleaned it, Stephen?
I don't remember.
Was it this week?
No.
You mean you go a whole week without cleaning?
Yes.
Why? That's horrible, Stephen.
Why?
Possibly over the weekend, last weekend?
I love that question.
It wasn't? If you can't remember.
We're in a murder investigation. He's dismembered this young, promising woman, his neighbor, and the cop is in there getting on his case about being a friggin' slob, you know. You go a whole week without cleaning? Why? That's horrible, Stephen. You got enough underwear to last more than a day? Why?
Member, then how is it that you can tell me that you didn't clean up your apartment last weekend? A minute ago, you couldn't remember.
I don't remember cleaning last weekend.
So it isn't that you didn't, it's that you just don't remember. Right? Help me out, buddy. right?
I don't understand.
You don't understand?
Yeah. Carrie Ann T. This site says this psycho represented himself, lol. Not only did he represent himself, but something happened that I have never seen in any other case. He questioned, I can't remember if it was a direct examination or cross, but he questioned his own previous attorney, his own previous legal counsel. And in order to do that, he had to give up the attorney-client privilege that information between them when he was his attorney is privy, is not privy, is private. He had to give that up. So the attorney was actually allowed to speak his mind. Basically, I can't remember what he said exactly word for word, but it was like, he was like, I was advising you to take a plea deal because this was an unwinnable case and I didn't like you very much. Something like that. He was pretty clear that it wasn't, that they didn't have a good relationship.
I don't know how else to say it, Stephen. Let me tell you what I think. I think that she was a friend of yours. Look at her right here. I think that she was a friend of yours. And I think something happened, Stephen. You used to watch her come in and out of her apartment, didn't you?
No.
I mean, then how were y'all friends? If me and you friends, we live next door to each other. Every time I look at when I see, oh, there's my buddy going in. Because we're friends. I'm gonna pay attention to when you come in and out. Didn't you just tell me that y'all were friends?
Yes.
But you didn't pay attention to when she came in and out?
No.
Stephen, you're lying. Now you're lying. You're just lying. That's a lie. You ever see her come in and out of her apartment?
Yes.
You did? When was the last time?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Like last week, maybe?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Stephen, you understand that everything that you're saying here doesn't make any sense at all. None. None. You totally contradict everything that relates to human behavior. We have skills to be able to observe things, to hear things, to see things. There are natural things out there that draw our attention every day. Such as when you're driving down the road, if somebody hits the horn, you look around. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's just a natural reaction. If you're sitting in your living room, you hear the door slam next to you, you automatically think, my neighbor's home. Right? You're telling me that those kind of things don't happen in your life.
You asked if I watched. I didn't watch.
Have you noticed that she's came in and out of her house in the last week or two?
I don't remember.
Style Shoots is a range of photo machines designed for fashion product photography. Style Shoots Horizontal is made for flat lay photography. Style Shoots Vertical is made for mannequin photography.
Is that Robert Plant? Yeah. I think it might be.
What do you remember, Steve?
The last time I saw her was 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Where at?
She was going out running when I was coming in.
Where were you coming in from?
Bar preparation.
Bar preparation? What's a bar preparation? Oh, you're preparing for the bar exam?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, how y'all doing?
We're just talking. He doesn't seem to remember a whole lot. Everything's yes or no, or I don't remember. A lot of things aren't making any sense. I got to be honest with you, Stephen. Me personally, I don't feel like you're being honest. Okay.
Well, Stephen, you said you're going to help me out, right? With this investigation because we needed your help. We're asking you for help, right? That's what we, remember I told you that?
Yes.
And you told me you're going to help me,
Yes.
right? You're going to help me find Lauren, right?
Yes.
And ask for your opinion, your observation of what happened there to her.
Yes.
Right. And what did you tell me?
I thought someone snatched her.
Right. Where do you think someone might have snatched her from?
When she was
if you're the detective, you're the police detective, it's your investigation. Where would you start your investigation?
I don't know.
Come on now. You watch TV, right?
Yes.
Okay. You made it through college, right?
Yes.
You made it just about through law school, right?
Yes.
So you should know.
What is the answer? Where do you start the investigation? Well, if Attorney William Brown, prosecutor in the Chandler Halderson case, has his say in it, it's, what was it? The person who saw them last, the person who was with them last, and the person who reported them missing. And in the Chandler Halderson case, all of those were the same person. It was Chandler. What's Stephen got for us?
Where would you start your investigation?
Where she was last seen.
Okay. So in this case, where was she last seen?
At Garen's house.
Garen. That's the guy that lives up on the street, right? Friend of hers?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and that was on, I think she left there on Saturday morning.
Yes.
Am I right? Okay. Now, where do you think she went from their house?
I don't know.
All right, you're the detective now, right? It's your case. What would you do?
Check at her home.
Okay. We did that. That's what we did today, right?
Yes.
So you saw us out there when we knocked on your door. She's not there. I need your help in finding her. What do we need to do? What do we need to do that we haven't done?
I don't know.
You don't know? So if you had this case, you wouldn't be able to solve it. Is that what you're saying? Because you're not smart enough to solve it?
I don't know.
Or you think you're smart enough to be a detective?
I don't know.
No?
You got to be killing me, Stephen. Stephen.
So,
Stephen, listen to me. We're real people, and we're here to talk to you. I'd like to think that we're friends, okay?
I love it when stuff like that comes up in an interrogation, when they start going, listen, we're real people. They're trying to convince him that they're real people. We saw it in Lee Rodati's interrogation, where the female detective starts going, Lee, you're a human. You're a human being, Lee. Let's start with something we can work with, huh?
Friends communicate back and forth. The only thing you said is yes and no, and I don't know. Okay? It makes me feel like you're treating me like you don't like me. And I feel like I've looked out for you today. Everything you said you wanted, I've given you. I've tried.
Oh, so Cinderella is Hildy from Norway, which is the Wisconsin of Europe. Huh.
I give you food several times.
She's undercover in her glass slipper.
I feel like we talked. You told me about how you like to look at porn on the internet. You expressed to me that you're a virgin, correct?
Yes.
I mean, that's the kind of stuff you tell friends. You know what I'm saying? Right?
Yes.
We need to know where your other car is at. I already know you own another car, okay?
I don't own another
Yes,
car.
you do.
Do you use another car?
You
Whose car
have
do you
another
use?
car. It's not in your
I
name.
use mine.
No,
Oh, you don't, Steve.
you've been using somebody else's car.
No.
Everyone I interviewed today say you have another car. These people aren't making this up.
Leah, who, me? You're such a flirt. I'm shy.
Have another vehicle.
No, I don't.
So your grandfather's a liar. Is that what you're saying? You're calling your grandfather a liar. I just talked to him, and he said you own another car.
I don't.
So he's lied to me.
Stephen, we're telling way too many lies in here.
So you're telling me they're lying?
You're willing to tell me that you're a virgin and that you told me you jack off the porn on the internet, but you don't want to admit to having another car. That makes me think you got something to hide, Stephen. That concerns me. You tell me things that most people wouldn't tell somebody else, but yet you lie about something simple.
Why are you
about
trying to
having
hide
another
that
car.
you have another car? What's the big deal?
I don't have.
I got 3 cars.
You do. You do.
No, I don't.
It's not at your
Well, what
house.
happened to it?
I've never had another car.
That's the only car you ever had in Macon.
Yes.
Okay, let me go talk to him again, because that's not what he's saying.
I never got to the bottom of this car mystery. Does anyone know if he had another car? The detectives don't seem to be bluffing. They're heavy on the car thing. They're saying, you calling your granddaddy a liar? You know, what is that about? Never went to trial.
Stephen, what happened to Lauren?
I don't know.
You like her, don't you?
She's my friend.
Did you ever think about having sex with her?
No.
You never tried to talk to her on a dating level?
No.
Let me go talk. They got his grandfather. Let me go talk, make sure that he owns another car, because he's telling us he doesn't. Be right back.
So you're telling me, you see that pretty girl right there?
Yes.
You telling me you looked at a pretty girl like that and you never once thought, ever, man, she looks good. You never thought that?
I don't understand.
What do you mean you don't understand? You know how when you're sitting there, you see a girl walking down the road, and you say, man, that girl looks good. You ever see a good looking?
Tracy L. 2011. 13 years ago. June 30th is the date on the, right there, you see? On the time code of the video.
Girl, where you think to yourself, man, that girl looks good.
Yes.
You never thought that about her?
Yes.
So you mean to tell me you look at porn on the internet and get off to that, but you never looked at her and said, man, I wonder what it'd be like to have sex with her?
Yes.
You have?
No.
Have you ever thought about what it would be like to have sex with Lauren?
No.
You've never imagined having sex with Lauren?
No.
Have you ever had sex with Lauren?
No.
What do you know about that body we found today?
I don't know.
You don't know? What if I told you that I believe that you do know?
Man, if that cop was touching my arm like that, I'd be like, get your fucking cop hand off my arm, man. That is such a power grab. I can't stand it when cops do that. To me, I mean, he can do it to him all he likes.
I don't.
What if I told you that I could prove it?
I don't know.
You don't know? Is there a chance But you do admit that there's a chance that I possibly have evidence to show that you do have something to do with that body, correct?
We're living in an age of technological disruption.
Friggin'
Every
ads.
industry is being upended by
If anybody out there wants to support the channel, you can either do it like this. You can do a like, a share, leave a comment, or you could buy us a coffee on buymeacoffee.com, or do the super chat, and then you get your yellow chat thing. That's good, isn't it? I personally love that.
You don't know? Because if I hadn't done anything, I'd say, nope, there's no way. But you say you don't know. Why is that? Why do you say you don't know? Is there a chance that maybe something's there?
No,
Why did you say you don't know?
because I don't know.
Because you're worried about something? Maybe something that happened, that maybe something got mixed up with something and you're worried about that?
No,
Then why do you say I don't know?
because I don't know.
How would you not know? If I was asking you, did you just rob a bank? If you didn't, you'd say no, not I don't know, right?
Right.
So why do you say I don't know?
Because I don't know.
You don't know if you had anything to do with that body?
I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What if I said I could prove that you did?
I don't know.
Could you explain it?
I don't know.
Today you told an investigator that you were worried about us possibly finding blood in your apartment, didn't you?
I don't remember.
You did. Now, why would you be worried about that?
We all looked in Lauren's apartment.
Did you see blood?
No.
Then what would make you think that there was blood taken over there? Nothing would make you think that unless you saw it. Because, see, I didn't see no blood. None of the other Lawrence friends saw blood, but I know now that blood was there. And now I believe you saw it. You saw that blood. You know that blood was there. And that's why you're worried about it.
No.
Did you know? Why do you have blood up in the inside of your nose?
I don't know.
You don't know? But you saw that blood. That's the only way that you would be worried about it. Because that's like saying, I'm worried about red roses being under my pillow, but yet I never put them there. That doesn't make any sense. You know, your brain doesn't even think to operate like that unless you knew something was there. Does that make sense? That makes sense to you. You're a smart guy, right?
Thanks so much, Nisi. 2 super stickers in one night, huh? You're so sweet. We really appreciate it. We're gonna get working on that that microphone, that camera, that monitor, those lights. Man, it's gonna be like full scale production values. And you know, you're part of it. So thank you so much, Nady. And see you later. See you next time.
I don't understand.
You knew that there was blood in that apartment.
No.
Yes, you did, Stephen. Yes, you did. There's blood in your apartment, Stephen. That's right. There's blood in your apartment. Stephen.
That's a bluff, man. He cut her up in her apartment in the bathtub.
This is hard, buddy. I know this is hard. And I can tell it's on you want to let it go. There's blood in your apartment, Stephen. You didn't get it all up. It didn't all come off. You scrubbed and you wiped. But we can tell that. Don't you watch CSI? Yeah, we know it. Stephen, why is there blood in your bathroom?
I don't know.
Yes, you do know. Why, Stephen?
I don't know.
Has anybody else been in your bathroom?
The police were in there.
Other than the police? Who else has been in there?
No one that I know.
No one. And you recently cleaned your bathroom, didn't you?
No.
How long ago?
I don't remember.
A couple days ago?
No.
Over the weekend?
No.
No, you don't know.
I don't remember cleaning it.
Do you use drugs?
No.
You ever use acid?
No.
Are you on medication?
No.
You're lying, Stephen. I wanted to give you an opportunity to tell it. I wanted to be here with you to go through that process because I know you're not a monster, man. I know you're not a bad guy. You're just a hard-working student trying to pass a bar exam, ain't you? You ain't got a lot of support from your family, do you?
Yes.
You do? A lot of people can't say that. And the fact that you do have support from your family should make things easier. Your family wants to feel like they've raised somebody that tells the truth and is honest, right?
Yes.
Did you hurt that girl, Stephen?
No.
Have you ever hurt anyone, Stephen?
No.
Hey, Hellcat, how you doing? And Tracy Lee, thanks so much for the super sticker. You are a star. We will be starting plans on your statue outside headquarters of Tracy Lee, everybody, in granite and steel.
You never hurt anyone.
No.
I've hurt people, Stephen. I've made mistakes in my life. It's not even normal to say you've never hurt anybody. Sometimes people get mad. And they say things they don't mean to say. It hurts. You never kicked a dog or a cat?
No.
You ever hurt your...
You know, detectives in Georgia are like, you never kicked a dog or a cat? Like it's some kind of rite of passage, like you turn 6 years old and your dad stands you on the front porch and holds the cat and the dog in place and says, "Give it all you got, son."
The kids that live up there with your parents? You love those kids, don't you?
Yes.
Okay. If something happened to one of those kids, you'd be upset, right?
Yes.
Well, something happened to this lady's child, Lauren. Okay. You love all the kids up there with your mama, right?
Yes.
And you do anything for them, right?
Yes.
I mean, they called you and said, "Hey, we need you. Help us out." You'd help them out, right?
Yes.
We need you to help us out. Okay. Tell me about your family.
I have 4 adopted siblings.
That you love very much, right?
Yes.
Okay. What about your mama?
She's a homemaker.
Okay. What about your daddy?
He's a painter.
Close family?
I think his parents are weird as well, you know.
Y'all close?
Yes.
When was the last time you talked to them?
When we got together.
When was that?
A few weeks ago.
Did you go up there to see them, or they come down here to see you?
We went to Buckner's.
I like Buckner's. chicken place where the table spins around?
Yes.
You just drove up there, met them?
Yes.
They bring all the kids with them?
Yes.
They didn't come back to Macon?
No.
Well, they asked you how you was doing in school and everything?
Yes.
You had told Detective Chapman that you've never shot any of those guns that were in your apartment?
Yes.
Have you?
No.
Well, you've never went to the shooting range here in Macon and did some shooting?
No.
Any gun?
No.
Did you make the mistake and tell people at school that you used to go to the shooting range and shoot?
No.
You've never said that?
No.
Do you even know how to load?
Yes.
An SKS? That was an SKS, right?
No.
What was it?
An AK.
Same thing. Just different. You even know how to load it?
Yes.
What kind of rounds it take?
7.62 39.
Okay. What's the capacity of that clip that you had?
30 rounds.
Was it loaded?
Well,
Is it loaded?
the magazine is full.
Okay. You got a round in the chamber?
No.
Why not?
Safer that way.
Safer. It's just you in the apartment, right?
Yes.
Why do you think it's safer that way?
No chance of it getting knocked over and going off.
I mean, no one lives with you. Just you.
Bullets can travel distance.
Well, how do you know that?
I've read up about it.
On what, the computer?
Yes.
What about your pistols? You never fired any of those pistols?
No.
Were they loaded tonight?
The magazine is full on the 10 millimeter.
Okay.
There's one round in the chamber in 9 millimeter and a full magazine.
Was the 9 millimeter the full size one or the compact one?
Compact.
And you've never even fired any of those weapons?
No.
Where do you buy your ammo? Have you ever purchased any ammo here in Macon?
Yes.
From where?
A to Z guns.
On Vinyl, was that on Vinyl Avenue?
Yes.
When's the last time you was at A to Z Guns?
Years ago.
Do you have a permit
Yes.
to carry what you do? Here in Bibb County?
Yes.
You applied when you was working down at the county or
I
something?
applied last fall.
Okay. So you have your card.
Yes.
Is it with you?
Yes.
Can I see it? They still make you take your fingerprint down there?
Yes.
Let me see your card. How much does it cost now? You remember?
Around $80.
So it expires in 2016.
Yes.
Do you have any pictures of the kids?
No. No.
They didn't give you no pictures when they were in school? Got a picture of your parents?
No.
You got no pictures?
No.
At all? Not even
in
at your
my
apartment?
wallet.
You have some at your apartment?
Some.
What do the kids call you?
Stephen.
Okay. So you're just a brother or uncle or
Brother.
brother Stephen? None of them ever come visit you here in Macon?
No.
Yeah, Tracy, I think my dog responds really well to the streaming life. You know, she feels She feels connected to her public. Isn't it, Soap?
About this car. When you first moved to Macon, did you have another automobile?
No,
Never.
no,
When you moved to Macon, you brought that Geo Prism with you?
yes,
You never left a car back there at your mother's?
no.
Why'd you tell everybody at school that you had that other vehicle?
I didn't.
So everyone we talked to just made that story up about you talking about your other vehicle.
I don't have another vehicle.
When's the last time you've been to Kroger in Baconsfield?
I don't remember.
Because I asked you that. When's the last time you were at Walmart?
I don't remember.
Has it been a long time? Can you even give me that much?
No,
A week or so?
maybe.
Do you even have a credit card?
Yes,
Which credit card do you use the most?
Visa.
Is it a bank name or just a Visa?
Okay, guys, we're about halfway through the interrogation. I think we're going to cut it off there for tonight. Break it down into 2 chunks, right? But before we go, Carrie Ann T says, I'm taking you downstairs in my paint room. Maybe you'll inspire a masterpiece. That sounds like a threat. Is that like what the detective's going to say to Stephen McDaniel? Okay. Well, thanks, Carrie Ann. I'm taking you downstairs in my paint room. So you're a painter. Do you paint under your name, Carrie Ann T? Anybody we would know? Who's your favorite person to paint in the whole world? Well, I would say we'd close off by going through the rest of these comments, but we're at the end. That's really well timed, isn't it? You know? But hey, if anyone wants to join us on Discord, whatever that thing is, we are over there and active right now. Or am I streaming on Discord now? I don't know what's going on. Is Udi still in the YouTube chat? Who's in the YouTube chat? Maybe we should watch 5 more minutes of Stephen. Let's stick with it for a couple of minutes, guys, just to seal this off.
First Financial.
Udi, if you're there, come back.
No,
First Financial. You got a bank account with them?
no.
Well, whose account? They just sent you a Visa. You don't have no bank account?
I have bank.
Where are you putting your money? In your house? You putting all your money in your house? With all the food you got in there?
I have an account with Wachovia.
Here in Macon?
Yes.
Do you buy your stuff at Walmart with this Visa card?
No.
Oh, how do you usually pay for stuff at Walmart?
With cash.
Do you have a job?
No.
Well, how do you get cash?
Student loans.
So you're just living off your student loans?
Yes.
So you hadn't worked like a job in a while?
No.
Are you planning on getting a job?
Yes.
I mean, because your loans are going to run out sooner or later, right?
Yes.
How long you got left to finish school up? Are you finished completely?
Yes.
When are you planning on moving out of that apartment?
Around
I mean, when's your
July
lease
15th.
around July 15th? Where you plan on going when you move out?
Back to my parents.
And where is that at?
Yeah, hey, Udi. Hang on. Udi, the man with the plan, the moderator. Okay, so if people were to come over to Discord right now, what would they expect? Would people just talk and send those stickers? Because I don't know if that's worth much. But if there's like, what would normally happen on a streamer who's like experienced? Would they talk about the show, or would they talk about other cases, or what? I'm just trying to get an idea how that might work, or what it's for. Because at the moment, as great as it is, it's just people kind of sending these there's a waving bird with an ice cream, there's a waving robot, there's emojicons, and it's just a list of people saying, I'm here. But that's fantastic, and I'm really pleased with it. But why are they here? Why are they there? What are they doing? What are we doing? What are you doing, Udi? Is there a point? I mean, if there's not, that's okay. But you know, if we're going to end the show with inviting people to come to Discord, what are we supposed to be doing there? Or isn't there a plan? I mean, if it's just the chat room, say so. But is there something else that it does, or what? Anyway, if anyone wants to come and help us find out what Discord is and how to use it, come on over. Udi's put the link right there in the description. Okay, Cinderella says, are Betty interested in true crime? Okay, discuss cases. Sure. Okay, well, we can do that. Yeah, Tracy, come and join us. Take the lead. Someone needs to take the lead. What cases should we cover next, and why? Maybe that's what we should discuss. Yeah, if anyone has the time, guys, Udi's put the link right there. We're going to shut down the stream for tonight, but we'll be back tomorrow with more Stephen McDaniel. Udi says, eventually we can set up more Discord chat rooms so people can discuss different topics. We can also have a voice chat, a chat where people can share pictures of their dogs, etc. Well, that's nice. Who doesn't like dogs? Make fun of Donna. Yeah, that'd be good. If anyone's got some good memes or t-shirt ideas, because after the 11th of June, I'm going to have some time off. And I think I'm going to focus on making some really good t-shirts, guys. So make sure you're all subscribed to the channel, and keep an eye out for that merchandise, because I do actually, it's not going to be cheap done, you know. It's awesome. I've got some really good original ideas, and some that have come out of chatting with all of you. So we're going to publish those, and there's going to be so many options. I could actually see them working really well. I don't know how it works with Teespring or whatever those companies are, but we're going to look into all that. But the most important thing is good, nice designs that relate to the things that we love to talk about. So that's coming. Udi's going to message me in a bit, sir. I'm not going to be a piece of broken glass, Udi. Okay, Cinderella, we're all here because we follow true crime. Good, good. Me too. Me too. That's why I do these shows, you know. Just to talk about it, to say what's on my mind and see what you guys have to say. It's really working quite well, I think, at the moment. Okay, that's it for tonight, guys. Maybe see some of you in Discord and see the rest of you tomorrow. Be kind to each other. Don't be an Adelson. All.